Number 10. The Horse Boy. The Horse Boy is about a father who takes his severely autistic son to Mongolia to find the ancient culture and shamans who believes in the healing effects of horses. The reader not only identifies with the physical journey, but this coming-of-age memoir offers a snapshot into this misunderstood condition that affects millions worldwide by having his son narrate parts of his own story. It also became a documentary, as the father took a film. Number 9. Wild, From Lost to Found on the Pacific Crest Trail. When Cheryl Strayed wrote about her experiences trekking the Pacific Crest Trail in 1995 in the best-selling memoir Wild, Strayed was penniless and in debt. Now she's one of the highest-paying celebrity memoir writers out there, in part thanks to a spot in Oprah's book club. Thanks to Strayed, there is a global movement of readers seeking redemption as they walk alongside. Number 8. Unstill Life. Unstill Life is a coming-of-age memoir by author Gabrielle Sells. As the daughter of Peter Sells, an artist and curator of the Museum of Modern Art in the 1950s, Gabrielle was always fascinated by the world of modern art. Growing up with a larger-than-life father in New York City, Sells tries to find her place in the art world, one that isn't defined by Sells' vibrant and freewheeling father hues. Number 7. Second Wind, one woman's midlife quest to run 7 marathons on 7 continents. Cami Ostman, author of Second Wind, acknowledges at the beginning of her book that she's an unlikely athlete. Running low on time in her life, her goal was to question her values and upbringings that led to an emotionally repressed life in the hopes of bringing her closer to emotional freedom. Her solution was to run 7 marathons on 7 continents. Number 6. Losing Amma, Finding Home, a memoir about love, loss and life's detours. Losing Amma, Finding Home is the transformational journey of finding the gifts in grief after the author, Uma Garish, loses her mother to breast cancer. Practically alone as an immigrant to the United States from India and without a safety net of family or friends, she struggles to overcome so many challenges all at once while tangled up in a web of emotional life. Number 5. The Year of Magical Thinking. Joan Didion's The Year of Magical Thinking is a classic memoir of understanding the emotional and painfully human experience of grief and loss. Joan lost her husband and fellow writer, John Gregory Dunn, to a heart attack in 2003 while the couple's only daughter, Quintana, lay unconscious in a nearby hospital suffering from pneumonia and septic shock. Her magical year becomes a Number 4. My Father's Gardens. There are many ways to view the theme of straddling 2 different countries, mentalities, languages, and histories. When it comes to the experience of relocating to another culture, immigrants are subject to the loss of their home. In Karen Levy's memoir My Father's Gardens, the American-Israeli shares the struggle of divided loyalties and of finding her American and Israeli home on either side of the Atlantic. Number 3. Unremarried Widow. Artis Henderson's Unremarried Widow talks about the emotionally difficult process of losing her husband, a pilot for the United States Army, in Afghanistan. During a candid interview, Henderson talked about how she managed to voice the grief of her husband Miles in his memory. Writing her memoir was a big part of the grieving and healing process, and now she can talk about him and what happened with that falling apart. Number 2. The Liars Club. Mary Cara is perhaps the queen of memoir writing. Her critically acclaimed The Liars Club spent an entire year on the New York Times bestsellers list. Thanks to Cara, the genre is now one of the fastest growing in the publishing world. Cara weaved together memories of child abuse, emotional turmoil, and divorce, all leading up to a conversation with her mother to try to reconcile with the truth. A stand alone. Number 1. Searching for Mercy Street. Linda Gray Sexton, daughter of Pulitzer Prize-winning poet Anne Sexton and author of the memoir Searching for Mercy Street, is a big believer in the power of telling one's true story. She does this as she recounts what it was like to live in an emotionally unpredictable life. Yet she doesn't hold back, especially when it comes to forgiving her mother. She says, "If I can forgive my mother, then the reader can."